Okay, happy Friday. We've been talking all week about growing your team and inviting to the business. So today I wanted to share with you guys some ways and ideas for creating more opportunities to invite. Sometimes when you're focusing on inviting and you feel like you're having to force invites out, even though they don't feel right or it doesn't feel like the conversation is really going there, that should be your sign that you have not been creating enough opportunities for invite. So, opportunities for invite comes in the form of having a challenge group every month that you're in and helping to run, having a coach sneak peek, a live one that's happening every month. We run one in the Grit and Grace Tribe page. We will run one for the Grit and Grace Tribe team in the Girl Boss page. We try to run one a month, but then also that page is ongoing, so you can constantly be adding people there. So always having something to invite to is helpful. But then creating opportunities for invites really comes down to quality posts and using your stories in a really creative way. So when I post my workout video every morning, I try to do one poll on there that's not always the same question. It's a different one every day. It's, do you like to work out in the morning or the evening? Do you prefer cardio or weightlifting? Do you struggle more with nutrition or fitness? Different questions, and the answers usually aren't yes or no. They can be, but I try to make it so that it's an invite no matter how they vote. So then if they vote on my story, I can go back and say, hey, I saw your vote. I actually have this group coming up. Would you like me to send you some info? And that doesn't feel weird and it doesn't feel cold because they've already been engaging with your post, right? So doing something like that or sharing. I like to share that Thursdays are payday in Beachbody Land, and I like to share what I'm using my paycheck for. And then I can even do a poll on that. If you had this much extra cash a month, or if you had a way to have extra cash every month, what would you spend it on? Family stuff or splurges? And they can vote, and then you can say, great, I have an opportunity. I'd love to invite you. So really use your stories. Try to have at least one poll up per day. So I do pretty much a poll every morning with my workout, and then a couple of days of the week I add another poll that has to do with the business side, where I'm talking about the business and like what it's doing for me, and then I add a creative poll to it. And then also that comes down to your posts that you're doing. Getting posts that have lots of engagement that can lead to an invite is what's key. So posts that share what you're learning, that share how you're growing, that show you that people are really happy to obviously engage with are gold because it gets a lot of likes, it gets a lot of responses typically, like good for you, things like that. I'll use an example. I just did a post this week talking about why I care so much about why I work out. And I also showed them the cellulite on the back of my thighs because it's my trouble area and it's a way of being real. I've got a ton of likes, and all those people who just like that, I can go to them and say, thank you so much for the love. Do you have problem areas too? Girl, I feel you. By the way, I have this group going. You should totally join me because it's a lot of fun and we can work on our cellulite together. And that doesn't feel weird because they've already engaged with my post. So making posts that aren't overtly like, here's Beachbody, here's my shake, come buy it, but more about you, because you're selling you and what the business is doing for you, how you're changing, how you're growing, things about you. People really, really, really want to know. So dig into your story. Do you have PTSD from the gym like I did years ago? Do you have trouble areas on your body that you're learning how to love, even with working hard on yourself? Are you changing mentally? Are you changing emotionally? Like, be sharing, documenting your journey, and then using those posts as a way to invite. And sometimes if it's not an overt post that doesn't really have to do with the business or a challenge group, I'll just send them a quick message and say, hey, thanks for the love. It's been a long time. How are you? And just start a conversation. Or I'll say, hey, thanks for the love. I don't know if you know this, but I actually work with people on a deeper level. Is that something you'd be interested in learning more about? And that's all I say. Or if it's someone that's always liking your post and hasn't joined you, I'm just like, dude, when are you going to join me? So just depending on who they are, you can always send an invite that's not weird. So today, think about what can you do, what can you add to your story or in your social media through the week to generate more invites. All right, that's it for today.